speaker number 22, please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Maria Lappin, and I am here to point out the fact. Do we have my slides? Thank you. I'm here to point out the fact that unless the medical community is made to receive, understand, and respond to the information that you provide to them, then nothing is going to change, and we are all wasting our time here because some of us are dying due to our responses of implanted devices. I am the founder of an education-only based cannabis company in the state of Michigan, which was developed throughout my health crisis, as I managed to survive a reaction to 5 titanium clips within my neck. I lost my career as a hairdresser in 2020 as I experienced my final back blowout, which now I know was a direct result in the response my body was in due to the clips, all based on the information that you, the FDA, has already researched, verified, and documented that is shown here, starting on slide 1, where you describe your executive summary in the Center for Devices in Radiological Health in the FDA, and its background according to its mission statement in the FDA is responsible for protecting the public health. Slide 2. The biological responses to metal implants that you released in September of 2019 states that other metals used, such as nickel and titanium and aluminum, are non-essential for human health, and when present at sufficiently high concentrations, can disturb normal biological functions and result in cellular stress that may affect various tissues. You go on to show the potential adverse effects of these metals once inside of us: pseudotumor formation, cancer concerns regarding cobalt and nickel, lymphoma, leukemia, prostate cancer, and melanoma, and its association to biological implants. And yet the surgeon that placed my surgical clips specifically stated that metal doesn't cause any issues inside the body once I found them 4 years after they were placed. Slide 3, please. Here we see mutations in other types of DNA damage and cancer potential that can be associated with biological implants. The corrosion of metallic implants may potentially increase the genotoxicity and carcinogenic risk. My surgeon was Dr. George Yoo from Karmanos Cancer Institute in Detroit, Michigan, and he is a head and neck surgical oncologist and a professor in the departments of otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at Wayne State University and Karmanos Cancer Center. If he would not listen to my concerns, then how can he relay the information back to you, the FDA, that there are reactions happening? If your documentation states that you are responsible, how do you force him to allow you to uphold that statement? I would like to know exactly who's responsible for the 7 biopsies that I had on the tip of my nose after the titanium clips were placed in my neck, because 5 of those biopsies were in and after 2019, which leads me to my next slide, 4, titled "The Statement from the FDA Commissioner and Director," released March 15th of 2019. Beginning at the bottom of page 4, it states that the symptoms some patients may experience include but are not limited to fatigue, rash, joint and muscle pain, and weakness. Although uncommon and varied, these symptoms may share common underlying immune inflammatory pathways and mimic well more established inflammatory conditions such as mine. Please go on to slide 5. The titanium clips were placed in 2013 on both sides of my face, as you see in the x-ray. I was not included in my healthcare plan, possibly because surgical clips fall under the standard of care, and the medical community does not feel that their patients need to know everything that surgeons do to them once asleep, as my surgeon, Dr. George Yoo, stated. I bring this to your attention because not only is he a professor, but a research educator, a chief medical officer, a physician-in-chief, and the director of clinical affairs at the Karmanos Cancer Institute. I was not tested for metal allergies, nor told about the clips deemed by you, the FDA, to be inert, but also to the nickel that is within the metal, as well as other alloys. Again, you state that you're responsible for all biological implants. You also state that certain metals can bring forth negative health responses, yet you are not holding the medical community accountable for receiving the information that you develop and release. I had no help or support in my medical community in the state of Michigan, possibly because their continued response to my concerns were always discredited, and they had never heard or been taught or notified that there has been a discovery made by the FDA, who tends to regulate most things that we ingest, whether we know about it or not. I found a surgeon in Massachusetts that graciously saved my life by removing the 5 titanium clips May 31st, 2023, exactly 10 years in one day after they were placed in, since Dr. George Yoo and the Karmanos Center in Detroit stated that they will not address my clips and to go elsewhere, as you can see in the letter on my presentation. Slide 6, please. Look at my nose. It is healed. The scar tissue has been reabsorbed and the lesion is gone from just removing the metal in my neck. Please take a look at what it cost me. And this is just over the past 2 years.
Maria, I'm going to have to ask you to wrap it up. Sorry.
Look at what it costs for the FDA to not communicate with the medical community and hold them accountable. Please connect your dots. You have all the information. You need to apply it. Thank you.
Thank you. Would speaker number 23 please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and introduce yourself.
Be a possibility to get them out. If I could...
No, I told you that last time.
I can touch it. You felt it. You can feel this.
There's not a possibility that I'm going to take it.
You don't think that this is your clip?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I'm not going to focus on
What if it is? What if it is your clip?
We had a decision. We talked about this last time, okay? The concern now is that you have a cancer in your nose.
That is not my concern. That's your concern.
Right, that's fine, but that is what I'm here for. I'm a head and neck surgeon, oncology surgeon.
Yeah, and that's why I want to know how we're going to get the clips out of my face.
You'll have to get a second opinion because it's not going to be me.
Did you change how you handle your patients?
No, we still use laser clips. All my partners.
Do you let them know?
Do
you let your patients know?
They all have laser clips. I don't tell them every single thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit here, okay? If you want me to analyze the clips, I'm not going to. If you want an opinion, I'm a head and neck cancer surgeon. If you want an opinion on your cancer, I can give you one.
I don't understand how you can sit here and not address the metal that I have in my body for the rest.
It's not causing you a problem, okay?
You can't sit there and tell me it's not causing me a problem. You cannot sit there and tell me I have written reports from my kinesiologist and my massage therapist that I had prepared for you in 2017, and you dismissed me saying that you couldn't do anything. All right, let's just think of the possibilities, opinions, because I don't trust any single one of you anymore because of what you've done to me. So I want to know how we're going to move forward about removing the metal.
I told you before, I am not going to remove the metal, okay?
I want to know how...
I'm not going to remove the metal, and I'm not going to work off the metal, okay? I need to treat you for your cancer that's come back.
I
okay.
am not having you treat me for melanoma.
You don't want to treat me. I understand that we don't have a good relationship here. I'm not denying that, okay? But I think you need to get a second opinion. If you want to get a third opinion, we
I
want to
am
call
getting
it.
a million opinions outside of this. I want to know how you are going to satisfy what you left me with.
I'm not going to take these clips out. I told you that in 2018, right? I'm not going to remove the clips. I'm not going to analyze the clips at all, okay? You said you get a lawyer. Please leave clips in people all the time. No one ever has any problems.
No, you can't say that nobody has any. You can't say that nobody has any problem. Do you have metal in your body, Dr. Yoo?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, then you can't sit there and tell me that nobody has any problems, because I have had massive, massive problems. And
I'm not going to sit here, okay, and be accused by you right now. Okay, I'm here to help you with your cancer, right? And I know you're focusing on the clips, but we're not going to get anywhere if you focus on the clips. I'm not
how
going
do
to take
you
them out.
know that that clip is not going to produce toxins that are going to create a cancer in my body?
It's not going to. Okay?
You can't sit there and say that.
How do I know you're not going to run over
I'm
my
fucking real. I'm fucking real. You're fucking unbelievable. You are the worst motherfucking surgeon. Unfucking real. You may rot in hell, Dr. George, you. Need fucking metal in my fucking body. Make sure everybody knows that when they remove cancer, they leave fucking metal in your body. Fucking unbelievable. It's flattening out.